Hi, welcome back to Crochet Creations and a new addictions video. This is number 160. It's June 1st, so I thought, why not do a recap of May, anything that I haven't shown on an addictions video. So I went back to the last one and saw what I had shown on that one, and then I said, well, everything that you may have seen on the live, but the people that don't watch the live will see things here and recap all the addictions that been up to. Grab a cup and join me. We're going to start out with my love of the Crazy Sock Lady. I love her. I love watching her. She makes socks, like she's on like sock number pairs 36 or something of the 2024. And I just admire that. So every year when she does sock camp, I usually put a post up so that if anyone is doing her sock camp, they can also enter their entries into our sock challenge. So I did put one up, and I did start some socks, but you know how that goes. I never finish them. It's okay. It's okay. So we do have a prize here for that. And I threw in one of the Yarnables, recent Yarnables in here. And that is a 3 or a DK weight sock yarn. Or you can use it for a baby sweater or something like that. And I threw in a KFI collection sock yarn here, and then I also threw in a whole set of Texas stitch markers, and those are donated by Jill from the Fiber Floozy, and I put them together and made a little set out of them, so they're in there. So that is going to be running throughout the summer. So the winner will be drawn at the end of August. So all the entries that are in the sock challenge will be in the drawing for August. So if you're working on socks, go ahead, post a picture. And if you are, you know, if you finished a pair, don't forget to post that too, because I want to see. But mostly we're working on baby items. At least I am. I'm making a couple of blankets throughout the year. I haven't worked on them recently, so I won't show them here because they haven't got any bigger. But I will show all the baby items that I'm working on or I have finished, and we'll talk about hats, and more hats in just a minute in this episode. So, like I said, sit back. So, the last episode, I had started a cowl for Christmas present, and it was in this beautiful, and I don't even know if I left a roll. No, I didn't leave the wrapper out at all. I did not. But it's that I can see it from here across the room. But that is, there's a video how to do this on my channel. I'll link it below. But I did it in the herringbone half double crochet, and it is in a very big needle, so it comes out really squishy, really squishy. And this is just the gray one, so it'll go with everything, and you can tuck it down into your jacket. So that's the second one I made. I made the other one in mauve pink, and they're just really soft and cushiony. So that one is done now. It was started on that video, and it's done now. And then I'll go on to the baby blankets that I finished for the month of May. One of them has been on my needles, I would say 3 years, and I was determined to get it done, because first I wanted the needles and I wanted it done. So this is a knit corner to corner, and it is like a woobie size. I say that because this is easy for a baby to carry around with them as they grow and start to toddle. And it has a border, so just like your washcloths, you go from corner to corner, you increase till you get to the middle of your skein, about half of your yarn, and then you start decreasing, and you put the border on as you go. So this was done in Big Twist Classic. It was one of those bigger skeins, and I just weighed it until I got around the mid-size, and I knit. I should have went up needles. I didn't realize. 3 years ago when I first started knitting, I had no clue. This probably could have been a little bit looser, but it is cute, and I like the colors, and I think this color's discontinued. So that's done. And then I also finished this one. Allergies today. Can't get away from it. Those little white things are flying around in the sky outside. Yeah. I don't know what that is exactly, but the yellow, you know, that pollen that sits on your car, that bothers me. But so this one was a crocheted one. All of these patterns will be linked below. Some of them are patterns, some of them are tutorials. But this one is done in the ice cream roving one, and it is the Superbly Simple. And I used, I think, 2.5 balls on this one, and it is really generous. And this one I think is perfect to put on the floor when they start wanting to, lay on the floor and look at the toys. That's the perfect blanket because it's cushiony, and it was a bulky 5. So I think that one was what I would plan for that. All these are going into my daughter's Hope Chest. Well, not all of them, some of them. If you see something that you like and you want to know if it's available to purchase, all you have to do is send me a message and ask if it's not in my Etsy shop yet. Etsy shop is also listed below. If you wouldn't mind going, looking, and liking things, that helps. It helps you get noticed. The next item is not finished yet. It is a set. Now, I started out with the Baby Soft from Lion Brand, and one of the patterns from the Heritage, what is it? It's the book that has the heirloom blankets in it. It's like 4 or 5, I think 6 blankets in it, and that's it. All baby. And I've been making every one in that book recently, and I'm going to continue until I make them all. I've got a new book now that I am working on doing that as well. And tomorrow in the live, I will talk about that again. Now, I did do a flip through of the new book, but I'm not going to show anything that I started on that in that book today. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. So this one is one of those out of the heirloom book. It is a granny stitch, but it's with 4, and then you chain 2. So that's all it is, all the way along. It is not finished. I have about, well, I went ahead and put a marker every 10 rows so that I could easily look to see how many I had, because it requires 89 rows. And I am, if you count, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I have 70, 2, 4, 6, 8, exactly 70 rows done. So I have about 19 left, and then I'm going to do the border. I'm going to do the border in the Big Twist anti-pill. Now, this has just made me so happy. This yarn is one that I have. Well, here's the problem. My Joann's never has any of the 3 light yarns in it. They're always sold out. They never have enough. And so for me to get some of this and actually use it, it took a while. So now that I have tried it, now I want it in like every color. So I have a few. I have 1 lavender and I think 2 cream, and then this blue one. And I'm sure I showed them when I bought them, but I hadn't got around to using them. My heavens, is this soft. So what I did was, I'm going to use it for the border on this blanket, and I'm also going to use this as a set. I am trying a few patterns online. One of them will be linked below. It's MJ's top, mini top cardigan. Oh, mini pop cardigan. And I think she calls it that because of Grandpa Pop dad sweater. I think. So I made one. It's linked below if you want to try this this little sweater. But here's the sweater all done. And it is just stinking adorable. I put on 4 baseball buttons, and oh my gosh, it matches this blanket. And this blanket will have the blue border. But this is what I just love. These cuffs and this ribbing all the way around here is done in the side to side and join as you go method. And I had never tried that, and it's time consuming, but it comes out looking so nice. And I don't know, I just really like it. It lays real nice against your material, and I'm really happy. So that will end up needing a hat afterwards also, and I'll probably grab one of her patterns. I don't know yet. So that's what I'm working on tonight, is this blanket. See how far I get. And a sweater out of the new book. And if you go to the flip through of the new book, I bet you're going to be able to tell which sweater I picked to do first. Oh, yes. All right, so let's see. I've got caught up on all the things that you have not seen finished. So we'll go ahead and we'll move on to hats, hats, and more hats. We have to draw a winner for the Willow Daily. This is a beautiful sugar plum color. It is Willow Yarns, and it is a worsted, and it also is 100% superwash wool. Now, my hat for May is not completed, and the reason why is I did the ribbing. I'm all set to go, and then I realized that I have to do this at the table with the book open. This is a big book. I can't carry it with me because I have to follow the pattern, and so it's going to take a while. So I'm not done. Well, you know, that's the way it is. I will leave it. Our May stitch marker is a little bee. It is adorable. It's for knit or crochet. And so we'll go ahead and open up the wheel here. And I am shocked because there's some new names, but there's some names missing. I'm shocked. And a couple of them are people who always do a hat every month. And I'm wondering what's going on and where are they? Because if you don't have a hat every month, you don't get into the bonus at the end of the year. And I always put in some yarn and a bag from somebody. And I have not picked the bag yet because a few people wanted to make one. So I'm waiting to see if that's going to happen. And if not, I will pick one. So the winner of May's Hats, Hats, and More Hats will be revealed right now. It is Angela Mannery. Angela Mannery, you're lucky this month. Lately, she is lucky. All right, so that is, if you're a winner here on my channel, with whether it's a monthly drawing, a weekly drawing, or a drawing in the live, I do require you to send me a message. I always tag whoever wins anything during the week in the weekly report on Sundays. I always put everybody's name in there. So you are tagged if you miss a drawing. Now, there is a way to help me out with shipping if you would like. There is one membership for $2.99 a month down below. You hit the join button. Or you could just send me a coffee. That would be nice. All of that goes into shipping. I have drawings all the time. I do challenges all the time. And one of them is the hats, and more hats for the month. Now, every month we have a yarn that is spotlighted and a handmade stitch marker. So June's yarn is going to be this Loops and Threads. It's a beautiful harvest colorway. It's called, and I think it's even called that, Autumn. It's called Autumn. So you'll get it in plenty of time to make an autumn hat. It's a roving style. It's really, really soft. They are calling it a 4-weight. And it is 100% acrylic. It does ask you to hand wash to try to keep it in its beautiful, you see how it poofs and it like waves. Yeah. And then here is, and it's just called Facets. Loops and Threads Facets. Here is this month's stitch marker. It's the lotus flower in the lavender. So that is our yarn for the month of June. And I usually put it up here and leave it there for the month. And you do need to have a finished hat for your entry. It does need to be in the Facebook group. That group is linked down below. You don't have to answer questions, but we ask that you do not promote in that group and do not drop links in that group. So you find the feature tab for the hats and you post it in the post for June hats. That way, in my busy life, I can go to that. I will draw from that post and not have to look anywhere else for any hats that are posted for the month. We also have a scrap blanket listed. If you're working on a scrap blanket, you can post it there. Our sock challenge just started, and the cuddle along is going on. So that is a brand new one. We're running it June, July, and August. You make 3 baby items and post them. You can post while you're working on them to get in the random draws every month. That is a post called Cuddle Along. I think it's number 51 challenge of the... I've been numbering all the challenges that are either done on the live or separate from hats and more hats. I've numbered them all. So we're up to 51, and socks challenge is number 52. Yeah, so there it's growing. And I know some of you have done all of them. It's fun to have different ones because not everyone likes everything that we do. All right, so other than that, like, subscribe, share if you can, and comment below. I do have an unboxing from Premiere that I did, and there is a giveaway in that video. If you have not gone over and watched it, I'll be drawing that next week. So all the giveaways in the videos are not posted so that we keep it in the community. You know what I mean. Take a moment out of each day. Be creative, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye for now.